Welcome to Shawn Sports and Faith, where we talk sports-based topics and we talk faith-based topics. I'm a believer in Christ, so the faith-based topics that I'm going to talk about are all aligned with Christ believers. But today is a sports-based topic. And the sports-based topic we're talking about is what you're probably going to see in the video titled, Shawn Kemp, the Forgotten NBA Superstar. Shawn Travis Kemp, Sr., born November 26, 1969. Kemp played for the Seattle Supersonics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Portland Trail Blazers, and the Orlando Magic. Kemp was a six-time NBA All-Star and a three-time All-NBA second-team member. Shawn attended Concord High School in Elkhart, Indiana. He was a four-year starter each year as a varsity team member. So he never played on the junior varsity squad. He was always good enough to be on the varsity squad. By the time he was a senior, Kemp was a top 5 player in the whole entire America, or I say country. He led his team to the championship game his senior year. Shawn finished his high school career as Elkhart County all-time leading scorer and owner of the Concord's career single game and single season scoring records. With all these achievements, Kemp was not awarded Indiana Mr. Basketball and won Woody Austin Award instead. Rumor has it that Kemp was not awarded Mr. Basketball because he chose to go to an out-of-state school, Kentucky Wildcats, instead of Indiana or Purdue. Kemp was selected to the McDonald's High School American game, though, in 1988. In one of the best classes of all time with players like Alonzo Mourning, Kemp scored 18 points representing the West in a losing effort. Kemp signed with Kentucky but failed to score at least a 700 on the ACT, and he was forced to miss his freshman year. Kemp left the team in November 1988 after being accused of stealing 2 gold chains from his teammate Shawn Sutton, who was the son of Kentucky's coach at the time, Eddie Sutton. You know, with a guy that's not playing and you don't know if he ever's going to get a chance to play, if he's going to get his grades up, they weren't going to have no dealings with that. And you going to steal from my son? No, you out of here. So Kemp ended up leaving the team and ended up transferring to Trinity Valley Community College in Texas. After just one semester at TVCCC, after not playing not even a game at the junior college, the 19-year-old Kemp decided that he was good enough based off his high school career to enter the 1989 draft. The Seattle Supersonics drafted Kemp in the first round of the 1989 NBA draft with the 17th overall pick. Kemp was the youngest player at the time in the NBA. Kemp was very athletic but struggled to find his way in the NBA. After adjusting to the league in his first season, Kemp started to show promise. In his first season, Kemp averaged just 6.5 points, but only played 13 minutes in his first season. Kemp began to turn into a star in his second season, playing with Gary Payton, Eddie Johnson, Ricky Pierce, and Nate McMillan. They really played really well together as a team. Kemp earned the name Rain Man for his uber athletic leaping ability. He was in the air because of his uber athletic ability, jumping in the air. The boy be in the air so high it was like rain coming from the sky. So they gave him the name Rain Man. The Supersonics announcer Kevin Calibro gave Shawn the name, and it stuck. Kemp averaged 15 points, 8.4 rebounds, with 1.5 blocks on 50% field goal shooting in just 30 minutes playing in his second season, the 1990-91 season. From the 92-93 season to the 96-96 season, from the 92-93 seasons to the 96-97 season, which I would say Kemp's peak, Kemp averaged 18.6 points per game, 1.6 blocks, 1.5 steals, along with 10.7 rebounds on 52% shooting and on 33 minutes per game. During that 5-year span, Kemp was a 5-time All-Star. With Kemp playing so well and one of the best power forwards in the game at that time, Kemp was invited to the World Games to represent the USA team. Of course, with that team, along with Kevin Johnson, Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't know if Hakeem was on that team, I'm sorry. But with that team, Kemp won the gold medal. Kemp's career was at his best in the 95-96 season, with him and Gary leading the Sonics to a franchise best record, 64 wins, in their first finals appearance. The Sonics lost in 6 games to the 72 record-breaking MJ-led Bulls team, who whooped everybody in the 90s. Kemp averaged 19.6 points per game, 11.4 total rebounds, 1.6 blocks, on 56% shooting in the 95-96 season. Kemp had a hell of a season that year. But also, Kemp had a great finals appearance where he played really well in the finals. Kemp averaged 23 points per game, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks on 55% field goal shooting in the 95-96 finals against record-breaking one of the best Bulls teams ever, the 95-96 Bulls, with Dennis Rodman guarding him. Michael Jordan didn't shoot so well in that series, so Kemp was a close second vote for Finals MVP, despite losing due to, Michael Jordan struggling a little bit shooting. Kemp threatened and refused to play in the upcoming 96-97 season and held out of training camp for 22 days because Kemp did not like his contract. He wanted more money and he didn't like the contract. Even with Kemp missing 22 days of camp, Kemp led the Sonics to another 50-plus win season. They lost in 7 games, in a hard-fought 7 games, to the Hakeem, Clyde, and Barkley-led Rockets. And now you look at Barkley, who left Philly because he wanted to win, and go to Phoenix, who had a really good team and was playing really well without him, with KJ. And of course, they did well with him. And he left there after they wasn't doing as well and went to play with Olajuwon, Barkley, and Drexler at the time, trying to get a championship. And when Drexler left, he got Pippen over there, and he'd even taken a pay cut. So it's funny to me how Barkley talks about Kevin Durant, although he was chasing championships. Now, I know I went off on the win, but I just have to tell you about the hypocrisy of other players, older players sometimes. But after that 96-97 season, due to being disappointed with his contract situation, Kemp wanted out. So the Sonics sent him to the Cavs in a trade for forward Ben Baker from the Milwaukee Bucks and Terrell Brandon and Tyrone Hill from the Cavs to the Bucks. Kemp played 3 seasons with Cleveland. Although with Cleveland, Kemp struggled with his weight issues and seemed to lack the drive to play the best basketball. In the 97-98 season, even with the weight issues, Kemp averaged 26 points per game, 13 rebounds in the series against the Pacers in a losing effort where they lost in 4 games. In a lockout season, in the 98-99 NBA season, Kemp showed up to the camp weighing 280 pounds when he was known to walk around at 230, 240. Some say even weighed 315 pounds, according to Wayne Embry. Even with the added weight, Kemp averaged 20.5 points per game and 9.2 rebounds that season. During the 3 seasons in Cleveland, Shawn averaged 18.5 points per game, 9.1 rebounds, 1.1 blocks, 1.3 steals, shooting 44% field goal percentage. So Kemp played pretty well, not the Kemp that you've seen with the Sonics, because he struggled with the weight. And if Kemp, just imagine if Kemp would have stayed in shape, he probably would have averaged 25 during that time, 10 rebounds, and maybe 2 blocks. He could have even got even better if he would have stayed in shape and was focused and was, had his mind set and just trying to be the best player, was locked in, trying to be the best player he could be, but some kind of way he lost his drive. After playing 3 seasons with Cleveland figured they got all they can get, and it was the best they was going to get out of Shawn, and it looked like he was going down. Kemp was traded to the Portland Trail Blazers in 99-2000 season. The trade reunited Kemp with Bob Whitsitt, who drafted Kemp to Seattle. Kemp play went down drastically. He was not the same Shawn Kemp. And it's most likely because Kemp showed up to camp and was getting overweight, stayed overweight, never got back in his normal playing weight. Kemp started to look like he was partying, so he started using cocaine, drinking. So it looked like he stopped focusing on basketball and being the best version of himself while maintaining a healthy diet, working out, working on his game, continue to get better. So he just started partying and kicking it because he was so talented, just think he was going to show up to camp. But you started using drugs, abusing alcohol, not really staying in shape. Of course, your play going to go down. And Kemp starts really struggling and going down. Even in his first season, he had to miss some time because he had to go to rehabilitation because he failed, I'm assuming, allegedly failed a drug test because he was dealing with cocaine use. After only 2 seasons in Portland, Kemp was waived. Kemp averaged 6.3 points per game in Cleveland, 3.8 total rebounds in only 16 minutes, and only shooting 41%. Kemp signed with Orlando Magic in the 2000-2003 season. He helped the Magic reach the playoffs, but after that season, the Magic waived Kemp and signed forward Juwan Howard. Kemp averaged 6.8 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, shooting 41% in only 20 minutes with the Magic. After that season with the Magic, Kemp didn't get another opportunity in the NBA, and he started playing sometime overseas. Shawn played 14 seasons in the NBA, averaging 14.6 points per game, 8.4 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, 1.1 steals on 48% field goal shooting. Kemp, who was again a 6-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time All-NBA second team member, and to me, Shawn should be considered an NBA Hall of Famer because in his prime, he was one of the top 4 or 5, maybe 3 power forwards in the game. And Kemp was elite, uber athletic, jump right over you, dunk right over you. He was quick for his size, so most power forwards his size couldn't stay with him because he was so quick. He would just give you 1 or 2 dribbles, bam, go to the hole, or fake right, gone. Because his first step was so quick. And also he could post up really good. Had a jump hook, turnaround jumper, up and under. Gary Payton with the pick and roll, can hit him with that mid-range jumper, or if you back off him, he developed that really good mid-range jumper. Really good back to the basket player. You come to the hole, eat your shot because he was so uber athletic and he was so quick. You make the wrong pass, he gonna still break up passes, still go down the hole, can take it coast to coast and up in the air, dunk it all over you. Kemp was a really good player. I think he should be considered a Hall of Famer, but I think some of them down times with Portland and other teams that kind of messed him up. And I wish Kemp never got caught up with drug use and alcohol abuse. Man, you could have been talking about one of the best power forwards ever if he would have remained locked in. But to me, Kemp is a forgotten NBA star. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening. If you like this video and you want more content like this on sports-based or on a faith-based topic, like this video, subscribe, and I'm going to give you more videos like this, God willing. Peace and love.